Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am McLovin, and across the interwebs, from me is Thaddeus and Philip. Hello, Thaddeus and Philip.
Well, hello, distinguished Mr. McLevin, gentlemen.
Why do you need a fake ID?
I don't know. When I logged in, I'm like, I just changed it.
No, I'm just
This
trying to
is
figure out like McLovin's the fake ID from Superbad, but
Yes.
this.
you're old enough to do. I mean, are you trying to get into
Well,
AARP
Wouldn't that
early
be fun?
or?
Guys, think of this. Wouldn't that be hilarious if there was a comedy
hmm
that shows somebody our age like
hmm
trying that's needing a fake ID when they don't need one, right? That seems like
Yeah.
some kind of Saturday Night Live skit or something, you know?
It's
Or maybe
no, 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 no. I figured it out. You got
yeah.
the fake ID so you can get the senior discount.
See, and here I was thinking he needed a fake ID because booze hasn't tasted as good since then, like
I
without
mean,
a
maybe.
touch of the illegal, it's not fun anymore.
No, that's it. You need two fake IDs. You need the
hmm
one to get the senior discount and the one where you have to convince the guys at the store. No, no, look at the date. I turned 21 yesterday. I just haven't
hmm
gotten to the DMV.
hmm
It's funny.
And they're looking
Uh,
at you going, "Sir, we don't need to see your ID." No, look at my
Look at it!
ID.
Look at it! Yeah, it's funny though, because when we go to somewhere where I need an ID, half the
hmm
time, because I don't buy alcohol virtually ever, and pot's just become legal in Minnesota. So I mean, so it's new for me to have to show
Yeah.
my ID to places.
Have you been enjoying the recreational?
Since I was in high school, yes.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I think he was implying that he used to not have to show his ID to get his pot. His
Oh,
his
your
previous
your dealer didn't card you?
suppliers didn't
That's
card him.
irresponsible.
Oh
That's really
no,
irresponsible of your dealer not to card you.
no, I would go to
On a side note, this is actually my strongest argument
Uh-huh.
for the legalization of all drugs.
Yeah, no, no, no. I actually that's a really good point because like having a system that's like, hey, you need to be of this age keeps it out of kids' hands way more easily than depending
Yeah.
on the honor
I
of
mean,
drug dealers.
ask a kid. I mean, now that
Yeah.
marijuana is legal, it's a little bit different, but like 5 years ago, ask a kid whether it's easier to get beer or marijuana, and like
Jeez.
across the board, it's marijuana.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
So
I
no,
bet you in Tyler's neck of the woods, if you ask a kid whether it's easier to get beer or meth, they're
it's
going to
math.
tell you
It's
meth.
math. It's math. Yeah. So listen, so
Shit.
Because
before
again, their dealer
Yeah.
doesn't care.
No.
before 2025, I would go to Chicago to see my son all the time. Oh,
hmm
2024. He graduated in 24. So I'd be
hmm
in Chicago 2 or 3 times a year and I would drive it back to my house. uh that I'll take that out later. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. I'm
Well,
just kidding,
well,
Well,
everybody.
that's
Thaddeus is editing
semi-legal.
now, so
What's that?
right?
That's semi-legal.
Anyway, so then Sean graduated.
I mean, that's
hmm
like buying fireworks in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Then Sean graduated in 24. So then in 25, Minnesota finally back in 2022, 23,
hmm
they voted in legalized marijuana, but it took a couple years to establish the guidelines on what they wanted as far as like how to structure this. I mean, they couldn't have just
Right.
like looked at Colorado and been like, let's copy them.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they did, but they looked at all of the states because like
hmm
the advantage of not being first on something, and this is something I remind everybody who wants the Constitution that was designed to be changed and refined to be the perfect document written in 1789. The advantage of not being first is you get to kind of look at what worked, what didn't, take the best of. This is why many
So
other countries have
hmm
better constitutions than we do.
So it's really
that's
funny because I went from having to go to Chicago,
hmm
right, 500 miles from my house,
wow.
to my dispensary is a block from my house.
That's
Like
awesome.
Now we
it's
can
half
walk.
it's halfway in between my store and my house.
Now he
Oh,
can blaze up on his way to
I was
work
I'm
I,
because
not. I'm
I
not
would
gonna
hope
lie.
because
so.
I'm not gonna
because he
lie. That
doesn't
does.
have to he doesn't have to drive.
Yeah,
I'm
there
not
you go.
gonna
You're
lie. I'm
walking.
not gonna lie. That is what happens. Yes. I walk everywhere now because I don't leave town usually. And yeah,
How does it feel to be in the mythical walkable city?
I am really getting in great shape. You guys
You,
can't see it, but like,
you just called
um,
it a city.
I did. I'm sure it's more of a town.
it technically
A
classified as a
village.
town.
Okay.
Village, we are bigger than a village, but
Oh,
the last, I mean, it is called the city of Laverne, but yeah, it's
because
town size.
it's got delusions of grandeur.
Mm.
Yeah, we only
I've
have
been to Laverne.
we only have 5,000 people, Phil. And
Hmm.
there's, like where you guys, you'd be like, oh, yeah, we've only got 10,000, 20,000 in this our area of
I'm
this
sure. Yeah.
larger metro, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where outside of our town limits, it's
Hmm.
cornfields, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have
Inside of your town limits, I think there are some cornfields.
probably,
Just
probably.
the one. They got the town corn.
I mean, did you
And
ever
don't
see that?
forget the soybeans.
Hmm.
Oh, a
Hmm.
lot of soybeans.
You guys
Hey,
switching back and forth.
Phil, did you ever
Yeah.
see that movie with Pauly Shore in it in the 90s where he went to go stay on a farm of his classmate? I'm trying to think of what it was called.
Maybe.
Anyway, in the movie took place in South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
Pauly Shore was home on college break from his new with his new friend. She's
Hmm.
introducing him to her family. He doesn't fit. You get it, right? Pauly Shore
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
fit on a farm.
Fish out of
Um,
water.
yeah, and if you've
I
seen that
am
movie,
ashamed to say that I have seen Pauly Shore movies, but I don't think I've seen that one.
I'm struggling to think
it's
of
called
who.
Son-in-Law. Son-in-law, it's called.
Son-in-law. Okay. No, don't think I'm. It's weird. I'm struggling to imagine Pauly Shore's face. Like for some reason, Joe Pesci is just coming up instead.
Oh no, Pauly Shore was this comedian that was always like squeezing the juice, right? And he was always
Okay.
like,
Think Carrot Top with a different color hair.
yeah. Are you Googling him?
I am also laughing because I'm imagining. Okay. I see he is very underwhelming, at least for his Wikipedia picture here. But okay, interesting. No, I was
Find
just
his
thinking.
find his 90s photos. His current
Okay.
look is tame, but
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, Carrot Top didn't think things through. He really should have had green hair, not red hair, you know?
I
true.
mean,
Top
yeah,
of a carrot, yeah.
yeah.
Um, all right, guys,
But
what's going on in the world?
well, I first want to send out thoughts and prayers to Tim Seeley and his family.
I saw that
Tim was
yesterday.
not able to join us at Modern Age uh, Comics for Free Comic Book yesterday because
Dang.
he made a pit stop in the hospital instead.
Yikes.
Um,
I saw that. I was like, holy crap, Tim. What's get
his official word, so sorry I missed Free Comic Book Day. This is me right now. And there's a picture of him with like all done up with the oxygen,
tubes and
etc.
stuff?
at the
Yeah.
hospital. Don't worry slash worry a lot. Everything turned out I have an allergy to rich foods, which really reared its head last night when I had a burger and red wine.
Hmm.
Beer and oatmeal for me going forward.
Damn.
And the comics community has definitely reached out uh,
Stepped up, really.
reached out and sent their love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um,
Lots of comments on the Instagram post.
Yeah, I hope he gets well soon. You know, that's
So, I mean, I tend to think if he's joking around about it, it wasn't like horrible, horrible, but it was definitely something that was
unexpected.
scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And,
like uh what like Like I said, he was supposed to be at Modern Age yesterday. I
Mhm.
booked him for Free Comic Book Day. So when I walked in, like my first job was drafting our statement, and like all we
Right.
knew is what his wife, who had a lot more to do than talk to us, had told us that morning as she was. I don't know because I wasn't on the phone, but
Mhm.
like
Yeah, yeah,
either
yeah.
as she was getting him into the hospital or right after she'd gotten him in the hospital, kind of sounds like they hadn't heard anything when she was talking to Edgar, etc. So like,
Yeah, that's the
um,
toughest part.
so you got that weird thing where like you're panicking because your
Mhm.
big headliner for your store's first free comic book day is having to bow out, and you're going, but my problems are small because the reason that he's not here is
Right,
much
right.
scarier.
Yeah, yeah. I can
Um,
understand that.
yeah, it made for an interesting free comic book day for me.
I
Uh,
also had my first free comic
yeah.
book day
How was your
yesterday.
free comic book day? We'll go right into the second news of note. Free comic book day. How was the first free comic book day at the Nexus Vault?
Well, it's obvious that I'm going to have to build the excitement every year, right? Add to it because while it was a great day for sales for me, it was nowhere near what, a lot of comic shops do
Hmm.
for free comic book day. Um, and I just didn't have the money to put a lot of hoopla into it, like cosplayers and stuff like that. And on top of it, my friend's benefit was
See,
yesterday too, so
yeah,
holy
see,
buckets.
cosplayers will also often come for pizza.
That's true, but not to
I'm not
Laverne.
joking.
Here's the thing, all of the Sioux Falls shops where all these cosplayers live, they've already got
Mm,
them, you know what I mean, hooked up for these
Right,
shops
mm.
year
right,
after year.
right. So you got to meet some of them personally.
I got to get myself a costume,
There you
That
go.
too.
and I can be the Boba Fett or whatever.
I
No, you
mean,
should be the bearded Xavier.
I was gonna say you're pretty close to being able to cosplay as Jason Aaron. I think you could pull that one off.
Yeah, if I was a little bit bigger, I was probably thinking Alan Moore, but
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I hear he's a tall fellow. You
that's
I
need to
think
true.
wig.
he'd be way more likely to sue you rather than kick your ass, though.
I don't think he's litigious. He'd probably your eggs might be funny for a few weeks after. Um,
He's a wizard.
yeah, you need a wig though to pull that one off.
I know. He's a shaman, right, with his gray hair coming down his
No,
face. Yeah.
I dressed up as Alan Moore for Halloween when I was in college one year.
Did people recognize you?
No,
I didn't think so.
yeah, it was fine. It was just
Yeah.
for me.
They went,
Yeah.
"Hey, Gandalf."
I didn't have a staff, unfortunately.
That's funny.
Yeah, but they didn't know.
No, they could tell I was a wizard, but not what kind.
Um,
Funny.
so yeah, we had an active free comic book day. We still had Victor Farrow and Greg
Oh, nice.
Petrie and the folks from Calamity Comics. Uh, and because Modern Age is a huge store, and actually I'm going to give a massive shout out um to our food truck who like I like legit am going to ask on as a guest because the pizza was
Oh,
so
sweet.
fucking good.
Ooh,
Uh uh
Pizza from a food truck is an interesting concept. You don't see it a lot
yeah.
no.
around.
Pizza Della Pie.
Hmm.
Okay.
Um and like think of all of your different favorite pizzas
Uh-huh.
and it's got like a little bit of each of them somehow. Because
Yeah.
Huh.
like technically it's a Chicago style deep dish,
Really?
but like the very bottom of the crust is
Thin.
crispier,
Yeah.
like a thin
Oh,
crust.
interesting.
And while it's got the heft and doughiness, it is still lighter, so you're not feeling like the crust is weighing you down.
Hmm.
That's crazy on a food
It's
truck too, because
Yeah.
it's
to
the
make
perfect
those, they're so big.
it's the perfect amount um of mozzarella, which is, a lot.
Yeah.
Um it it has that just slightly sweet, just slightly tangy sauce with a little bit of not quite completely blended tomato. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about.
Yeah.
Slightly chunky sauce.
Yeah.
Yep.
It usually goes
Generous with
over
the
the.
pepperoni.
Okay.
They've got
Yeah,
hot
the
honey to add to
pepperonis
it.
or
Hmm.
the chunky sauce is usually kind of on top of the cheese too.
Exactly, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
They've got hot honey to add to it if you want. It like blew my mind.
This is making me want pizza for breakfast.
I literally had to go back and get another one to take home with me.
Wow.
Do they have pizza food trucks in Nashville, Phil? Is that where you're at, Nashville?
Yes, I am. I haven't seen any pizza ones.
Oh,
So I haven't been there in a minute because I enjoyed it more than my wife. But there's one that had it's a Mexican food truck that had burrito ramen.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so which was like a giant wad of marinated meat in like
Wad.
in like an instant ramen cup. That was pretty awesome. And they had a really great burrito too. So yeah, so I mean I drive past more than I try, but gas stations usually have a food truck parked in the parking lot.
Okay.
We
Okay.
get them so infrequently that when
Mhm.
we get a food truck, whether it's an Asian thing or a
Yeah.
Mexican, those are the two we get.
Uh-huh.
Uh, everybody floods there because
Yeah.
food trucks
They
don't
get
come here very often.
5,000 customers.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There you go. I was
Uh,
gonna say you should send Pizza Della Pie down to Laverne and just
I
include
mean,
that
it's a
on it.
long drive, so we'd have to see what we can do. But
Right.
I will also point out that this is amazing. Like
Mhm.
they do the whole thing. Like it takes like 10 minutes after you order because like when you order is when he
Mhm.
takes out a ball of dough and starts work.
it starts, yep,
Wow, that's fresh.
fresh to
Holy
order.
cow,
Right.
yeah. That's awesome. That's exciting. No,
It's
I've
just
never seen it done with pizza.
uh,
So I'm saying like, really?
I've seen pizza food trucks, but like not only have I not had pizza this good from a food truck,
Yeah.
it's way high on the best pizzas that I've ever had, period.
Wow.
I will say that
Yeah.
Lou Malnati's in Chicago, same for me,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty top.
Well, I have Malnati's all the time.
I was
I'll
gonna
put this
say,
up against Malnati's.
wow, that's some fighting words. I'd love to try it though.
Yeah, I
You
will
know.
totally put this up against Malnati's.
Yeah, all,
Okay.
all of all of the best pizza I've ever had was in Chicago.
Well, again, like
Yes,
one
yes,
one of the
yes.
big deals to me
Mhm.
though is that like somehow the crust feels just a little bit lighter.
Interesting.
Most deep dish pizza
Yeah,
has that like
it's
really
yeah,
heavy crust that
it's
takes
like
up a lot of space in your stomach
like
and
practically focaccia bread. How crusty
right.
the deep dish is. Yeah, yeah. Which that's so
Practically.
I'm now thinking so the best pizza outside of Chicago I've ever had, three quick places. One, there was in Texas when my mom and I were driving through. We stopped at a town that had a pizza and barbecue place, and the guy could tell we were out of town and he talked up his pizza and it was actually pretty dang good. Uh,
Nice.
then in Chicago, it's closed now, but there was a place called Joey's House of Pizza that was only open for lunch. It was open from like 11 to 3 every day, and they were like an authentic New York family, and they have the best tomato sauce I've ever had. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's going to be good when they can have that kind of limited hours and still pay their rent.
That was exactly it. Where it's like, okay,
I mean,
these are
it's like the
all
donut place that closes when they run out.
exactly, yeah, and that's how damn good it was. And then there's a place called Saint Vito's that does focaccia bread pizza, where it's like a giant loaf, and so it's huge, and they've got really great ingredients. They have one that's like a white sauce with tomatoes and sausage pie. It's really interesting. But yeah, so those are some good
I
non-Chicago
don't think I've ever
pizzas.
had pizza with focaccia bread for the
Ah,
the bread, portion, but
it's
that would be
great.
awesome.
Yeah, you soak that you they like put a ton of sauce on it so it like soaks through, so it's like basically a giant soggy dough ball. It's a good time.
All right.
Unconventional, but great.
Oh man, guys, let's keep rolling. What kind of a week has it been?
Ugh.
Did you guys know uh that
I
Donald
hate
Trump
that we.
wait, did you know Donald
Okay.
Trump went
Go.
to Iran
What?
personally with a machine gun?
Oh no.
And
Oh
I mean,
no.
did you guys see this picture? It's him in front of this
No.
explosion.
No.
It looks so good, you guys. He is on the front lines
The
holding
White
Oh.
this.
House put this out, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Oh.
Of
It's an
course.
AI
Oh.
image of Donald Trump in front of an explosion with an AR.
Wait a minute. Like, but I thought he was Jesus.
Nope, this one is he's in a suit in this one.
I mean, it would have
Oh
been
no.
funnier if he was a Jesus with AI.
I will say this
Uh,
about Christy Nome. She actually dressed up in her outfits. He just puts
That's true.
himself in AI.
That's true.
don't
She
make
Uh,
me respect Christy Nome for anything, please.
I will
Um,
I will say this,
uh,
she did actually put the clothes on for her costume
her
changes.
legit cost. Even George Bush got in that flight suit that one
I
time.
I know he did, didn't he?
Oh no.
It was funny. My
Oh.
well,
favorite my
neither
favorite
of them wear diapers. Much harder to do
It makes much
much
costume
harder,
harder.
harder
changes
to. Oh God.
when you have a full diaper.
Oh man, my favorite thing about Bush, I gotta say this before I forget about the
Yeah.
George Bush thing. When Hurricane Katrina hit,
Oh no.
he literally went on and goes, a reporter, this is before
Hmm.
he knew what was happening, but he played it off brilliantly when the reporter asked him about Katrina.
Uh-huh.
He said, Katrina, we're gonna find her.
I don't remember that, but I believe.
We're gonna find her.
Holy shit.
And
Holy shit.
we're gonna bring her home.
Oh boy.
It's like, holy shit, dude. No, it's a hurricane.
Oh. Where was she though?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. We've gotten so far off this week. Tad, did you have a
Well, I was going to condemn some political violence,
Yes, this
but
was more
mostly
fun.
no. I'm exhausted. Like the political violence,
yeah.
and then my school had a closed campus for what most likely was an attempted swatting, but
Mm,
like
damn.
you got to spend time. So yeah, my week was exhausting.
Yeah,
My
that definitely
PTSD
sounds
went into
exhausting.
overdrive.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
So
it's weird because like because last weekend was so packed for me, I felt like I missed it happening.
right. Well, I will say that like one of the things that we should be learning from this,
Hmm.
and unfortunately, I feel like too many people are going the opposite direction,
Hmm.
is there's no amount of security that like will stop something like this. I mean, the reason there wasn't more damage done is because like the shooter had a specific objective.
Hmm.
He didn't come in with an AR-15 blazing.
Correct. Yep.
If he'd been willing to shoot his way in,
Hmm.
this would be a whole different ball game.
Yeah. So no one was anyone how many people were hurt?
One, I think. I I
Two, if
don't
you count the shooter, but I mean, he
Okay.
wasn't shot. He was
tackled, but
Yeah, yeah.
tackled. Um,
um, but
and an officer got shot in the vest, though
yep.
it is still not clear if the suspect fired a shot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what do you
In
guys
fact,
think? Do you
there's a
think this
lot of reasons to believe that he didn't.
Yeah,
do you,
Among other things, he wasn't charged with any crime that he would be if he
if
wasn't
he had
charged
fired.
with shooting a federal agent.
Wow.
do you guys think this is legit, or do you think this is
Oh, I
another?
definitely think it's legit. I mean, the stuff that's come out, it's legit.
I
Oh,
mean, I
I
haven't
mean,
looked at it enough to I've
I,
heard rumors, conspiratorial rumors, but I don't really know if
sure,
it's
there
true.
were
sure.
tons of conspiratorial rumors, and I get
Hmm.
that, but no, this
Hmm.
was a
Hmm.
really, I mean, Caltech guy, engineer, etc., like devout Christian.
Fascinating.
Like
Fascinating.
his explanatory letter had like explanations for how like this wasn't a situation to turn the other cheek, because turn the other cheek is what you do when somebody oppresses you.
Oh
This is
boy.
about somebody oppressing others.
Yeah, this I
Um,
my inner George Carlin wants to make a joke about like, oh, so now that guy's God can't be pro-violence. Okay. Not to you the jesting of how just the last couple weeks we were
right.
trying to our government was trying to say that God
I
was on
mean,
our side militarily.
what it feels like to me is like a really smart guy
Hmm.
who was left of center, but not like hard. And also devout. So he's watching all of these people who are horrible people do some horrible things.
Yeah.
And likely also like is one of those people who and this drives me up the wall, and I'm going to use an analogy in a second that I think is an important one that we need to think about more. There's
Hmm.
so many people, particularly smart people, who will say the words, um, it's not like I can change it. Nothing I
Right.
do matters.
Hmm.
I'm not the one writing the laws. I'm not who take their jobs as a voter, as a citizen, as a human being, sometimes not as seriously as they could
Hmm.
because they're doing the stats and going, "Oh, I'm a little guy." And this is where I wanna like throw out a different set of stats.
Hmm.
Crowds always sing in tune.
That's true.
You know why? I mean, it's a scientific fact that crowds always sing in tune. And it's because the more people you have, the more the sharps
Cancel the
cancel the
flats.
flats.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
So
Or vice versa.
so
Yeah. I
like
mean,
Yeah.
just doing the more people who do good action,
Hmm.
whether it's taking care of your neighbor, whether it's just breaking down an argument for somebody, pushing back against some idiot that like has fallen for Fox News or and not rudely, not like doing so with respect and with the more people do things like that, the more power it has. But that means that like every person's small contribution matters, because if nobody makes the small contribution, you don't have any. I mean, even as simple as pushing back when somebody says both parties are the same,
Right.
which is the most common reason for political apathy,
Yeah.
and not one that's not rooted in
Some bits of
some
reality.
some realities.
Yeah.
You know, um,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, this has just been a rough week for me. Um, so I'm ready to move on to new comic series if you
all
guys are.
right.
Yeah.
Phil, you're up.
Oh yeah. First up in new series, we've got the surreal I feel like I've been here before, but this is Banana number one, a one shot from Joshua Dysert and Kevin McGuire with at least the cover I pulled up by Michael Allred from the team that brought you Unknown Soldier, Maxwell Lord, Spider-Gwen, Amy Racecar, Madman. Eisner nominated writer Joshua Dysert, legendary illustrator Kevin McGuire, superstar colorist Rico Renzi, Eisner Award winning artist David Lapham, and comics icon Michael Allred would like to introduce you to perhaps their ultimate creation. Banana number one, Into the Fundament Zone. Brace yourself for the startling story of a genetically mysterious 7 foot tall sentient banana raised in secret, turned race car driver, turned sex symbol, turned global celebrity, and ultimately turned revolutionary icon, caught between human civilization, fruit rebellion, and the coming war between the two. This has a final order cutoff of June 15th in stores July 15th from, once again, Bad Idea.
I want to point out that the title of the comic is Banana Number One. You're
Yes.
not saying banana
No.
number one.
Technically, it's
So
banana
No.
number one, number one.
Indeed.
So
Tyler,
yeah.
I want to dare you to order 1,000 copies because this is the 1 in 1,000 variant.
Okay, so the 1 in 1,000 variant is a spoof off of that art project where
It is.
that guy duct taped a banana to a gallery wall, and then people just showed up and started visiting it as it was art. Then he sold the rights to it. So what that entails is you don't get that exact banana. You don't even get the duct tape. What you purchased for the guy that won the auction was the right to hang a banana on your wall with duct tape in that same configuration.
But
So yeah,
does that preclude the rights to hang a banana from your comic book in that precise orientation?
I doubt it.
I'm also imagining it'd be way funnier if you only ordered like 5 copies of this, but hit the jackpot and got one of those, but then like it was somehow mashed under the weight of, so then you just had like a box full of Banana Gunk comics.
I would love that.
So yeah, the 1 in 1,000 variant, Tyler, includes an actual banana.
It's so funny.
It's pretty good.
I'm just
I mean, I'd even love it.
you.
I'd love
That's
it
funny.
if there was
1 in
both.
100 is pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's the banana bat signal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd get all of these along your way.
Holy cow.
Oh man, I love the Spider-Man tribute one. That's great.
I ordered the glow in the dark one.
Oh yeah, that one looks fun.
You did.
Yeah.
Good Lord, these are funny. Holy buckets. All right, listeners, I encourage you guys to go out and check out the different
$3 a piece, $3,000, and you can have that banana. Just keep it as like the thing that has people come to the Nexus Vault. We have the banana.
I got to be honest. $3,000 is about all the cash my little store has total.
Okay.
That would wipe me out at this moment.
So take out a loan.
I don't
might even
make
say
money.
That's a bad idea.
I don't get paid, right? This is a labor of love right now.
I dig the Bowie banana.
Yeah, the Bowie one is really cool. Yeah, with the lightning bolt painted on. That's really cool.
J.G. Jones.
It's nice. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Phil, what do you got?
What do I got?
Or no, it's not Phil. It's Tad. That was Phil's. That's Tad. Tad, what do you got for next up?
I'm going to start with some exquisite corpuses. Rascal Randy. The sleepy little town of Aurora Springs, New York, has exactly one claim to fame. It's the birthplace of Rascal Randy. Not the man in the suit. The man has never mattered. He was no one until he put the mascot head on for the first time, until he felt the life leave someone else's body through the thickly furred gloves of the suit. No, Aurora Springs is the birthplace of Rascal Randy the Rabbit, who once upon a time was poised to become the greatest animated character this country had ever seen, until greed and tragedy changed his trajectory forever. Now, before the events of Exquisite Corpses Season 1, witness the final murder spree of this iconic killer as chaos hops into town with buck teeth bared and ears flopping, and the secret, sordid history of Rascal Randy is finally revealed. And that is exciting to me. But what's really exciting to me is written and drawn by Tyler Boss.
That's awesome.
Final order cutoff is June 15th, in stores on July 8th.
Awesome. Next up, we've got Minotaur by...
No, next up, we have Jughead.
Oh, I skipped you. You son of a... No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Back to back.
Oh, I'm so ready to go.
Pie-mageddon. From Tom King, Dan Parent, Rich Kozlowski, Jack Morelli, and Rosario Tito Pena. This is it. The hottest comic of the summer, fresh out of the oven. The incomparable writer Tom King of the upcoming Archie movie teams with the legendary artist Dan Parent to present one of the wildest events to ever take place in the Archie universe. Picture it, Riverdale, some year AD. What was supposed to start out as a showcase of Jughead's pie-eating skills morphed into the wildest food fight America, no, the world has ever seen. Betty versus Veronica, kind of. Reggie being, well, Reggie. Hot dog lounging. Friends turning to enemies. Hearts broken. Crumbs everywhere. What's to become of Riverdale? And will Jughead ever get to taste a sweet morsel of his pie? All this and a peek at Old Man Archie and Jughead. No matter what your favorite flavor is, this issue has something for you. Have a taste for yourself in Jughead Pie Mageddon. Initial orders are May 28th. Final order cutoff is June 22nd. In stores July 15th.
Awesome. All right, now it is Minotaur.
Now it's your turn again.
Comic
Minotaur.
script is written by Simon Spurrier and illustrated by Michael Dowling. 5 years ago, a government supercomputer triggered the singularity, an explosion of technological superintelligence heralding an unimaginable tomorrow. I think we're there right now. At least it almost did. Within moments, a failsafe activated, the plug was pulled, the future was aborted. But something leaked in those first picoseconds through wire and wave. And now the future fights back. Inexplicable events, miracles and monsters, harbingers of revolution or apocalypse. Minotaur is the tale of Gloria Monday, a photojournalist documenting the lives of those, like her, who are haunted, tortured, and transformed by outbreaks of the future, along with the no-nonsense ex-military muscle who watches her six and the reformed tech bro secretly bankrolling their global mission to expose it all. From Simon Spurrier and Mike Dowling comes Minotaur and X-Files for the forward-looking era with science fiction ideas ripped from the pages of New Scientist, manifesting among human societies in spooky, unsettling ways. This final order cutoff is June 8th and will be in shops on July 15th. And this is from IDW.
Nope.
I thought it was Ignition.
That's what I said. I said Ignition. You guys,
Sure.
you need to listen.
Ignition without
Ignition. My bad. It's Ignition.
Something.
Yep.
Alrighty. Next up, we've got another one from Ignition. This is Sicko #1 from Teeny Howard and Amilcar Pena, with covers by Pena as well. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. At least that's what healthy people say. Valentine Virago has always struggled with her health. Her rare autoimmune disorder has defied all treatment as she grew older. It defied even classification. You see, Valentine can take her immune system and weaponize it. You would just be a normal sneeze to the rest of or what would just be a normal sneeze to the rest of us, she can turn into a projectile of bloody miasma, just as a start. Fed up with being a test subject, poked and prodded by pushy doctors, Valentine has gone on the lam in search of the freedom to be herself. Unfortunately, interested parties want her back in their care, and they are sending goons in hazmat suits. Led by Jono, her one-time nurse and potential love interest, they're offering her a spot in a private medical facility run by Jono's parents. Val isn't one for institutions, however, and what some may see as a safe haven, she sees as a prison. And who wants to be trapped in a prison when you're already trapped in your own body? Writer Teeny Howard teams up with artist Amilcar Pena and colorist Amanda Grazzini for their new series Sicko, a surreal story perfect for fans of Doom Patrol and mutant adventures of all kinds. That's going to have a final order cutoff of June 15th, in stores July 22nd, once again from Ignition.
Awesome. Next up, because I'm obsessed with the X-Men, X-Men, the Hellfire Murder, #1 from Saladin Ahmed and Erica Schultz. This will be illustrated by Tony Daniel and Luciano Vecchio. Homicide at the Hellfire Gala, when an iconic mutant power player is murdered at an exclusive masquerade hosted by Sebastian Shaw, it falls to Wolverine and Jubilee to solve a locked room mystery that has dire consequences for all mutant kind. Everyone is a suspect, and the party isn't over yet. In shops, final order cutoff of June 22nd. And in shops on July 22nd. From Marvel.
All right, next up, we've got some graphic novels. First of which is Beware Her Fury by Miriam Male. Hell hath no fury like a woman harmed. Clemens is angry and it's driving her mad. It's not that life isn't good. In fact, life is pretty great. Movie nights with her besties, trading Tinder horror stories, inking folks day in and day out as a tattoo artist. She's even got herself the perfect new girlfriend, but not even the overwhelming atmosphere of love in her life can shake the specter of her trauma loose. When she begins habitually confronting catcallers preying on young women on the streets of Montreal, her therapist suggests she join a support group for fellow survivors. Will the flames of her own fury consume her, or will her community save her by keeping her company 1 week at a time? It's going to have a final order cutoff of June 22nd and in stores August 12th from Drawn and Quarterly.
Awesome. My Imaginary Duck. This is from the I Can Read comics, from Graham Annabelle. My Imaginary Duck is the newest offering from I Can Read Comics, an early reader line that familiarizes children with the world of graphic novel storytelling and encourages visual literacy in emerging readers. Comics powerhouse Graham Annabelle introduces readers to Mavis and her best imaginary friend, Duck. The inseparable pair love nothing more than playing together, but soon discover that letting others into your world might just be even more fun. Final order cutoff is July 6th, and this will be in stores July 29th. Who's putting this out? HarperCollins. There we go.
HarperCollins.
Yep.
New York Times bestselling and Eisner Award-winning author Hope Larson's next book, Very Bad at Math. Verity Nelson can do it all. She's student body president, debate club whiz, and first chair clarinetist. She can even do more push-ups than anyone at her school. You could say she's pretty much the best at everything. Well, almost everything. Everything except math. It's not like she doesn't try. Math just doesn't make sense in her brain. But it better start soon, or else she can kiss her presidency and her campaign promises goodbye. Soon she finds herself enrolled in a remedial math class where, despite her best efforts, failure persists. All seems lost until a teacher helps her discover the truth. Verity has dyscalculia, a learning disability that causes her to mix up numbers. Armed with a new perspective, can Verity pass math, keep her presidency, and make good on her word to the student body she loves so much? Or will the presidency and perfect reputation all come crashing down? Final order cutoff is June 1st, in stores on July 1st. This is also from HarperCollins.
So collections are next up, but I'm typing something real quick. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. For collections, Dork, Volume 1 from Brett Bean, or Diork. Hilarious, vivid, endlessly clever, and filled with heart. The best new comic I've read in forever, from Matt Dinneman, or that quote is Matt Dinneman, from Dungeon Crawler Carl. You had me at Magic Talking Eyeball Shield. Brett Bean creates a fantasy world like no other. Don't be a dork, buy dork. That was Robert Kirkman. I'm going to read all these comments. No, I'm going to skip down. Armed with nothing but a magical yet ambitiously violent shield and a chicken with its head cut off, Dork is thrown dead center into Sunderain's never-ending war between the light and dark elves. The light and dark elves versus orcs, wizards versus common sense, dragons versus literally everyone. Can he survive being hunted, blamed, and beaten by every human, elf, goblin, dwarf, witch, time lord, ice giant, three-headed dog, and at least 3 unpronounceable magic creatures? Join fan favorite artist Brett Bean, colorist Jean-Francois Belleau, and letterer Nate Picos for a hilarious high fantasy romp, perfect for fans of Conan, The Lord of the Rings, and of course, Gert's deadpan humor. This final order cutoff is June 29th and will be in shops July 22nd. Is this Image? It is Image, yep. Great. That was fun.
Cat, I
Is
think
it
you're up
me?
next.
It
is
is
you.
John Le Carre's The Circus, Losing Control, from Matt Kent and Ibrahim Mustafa at Dark Horse Comics. All new modern day comics set in the high stakes world of espionage created by John Le Carre. London 2025. Every day, the intelligence agents of the circus are enmeshed in high stakes high wire acts that the average citizen would never notice. They protect Britain's most sensitive secrets. And in modern Britain, secrets are everything. At the head of it all is control, the all powerful puppet master who decides who goes where, who does what, and sometimes, of necessity, who lives and who dies. But now control has vanished. He doesn't show up at the office. He misses his meetings. He won't or can't answer his phone. He is simply nowhere. Control's assistant Maggie is the only one who knows he's gone, and with an imminent and critical mission in Vienna, the clock is ticking. Maggie knows every protocol, every password, and every operative, but whether something has happened to Control or whether this is part of his plan, she has no idea. Either way, she can't trust anyone with the knowledge of his absence. Can she even trust him? Secrets within the circus have a way of coming unraveled, and Maggie will have to act fast or risk the walls tumbling down around her. I cannot speak highly enough of this. And it looks like David Lapham is involved in some level too, because I'm looking at this. New York best-selling writer Matt Kint joins Eisner Award-nominated artist Ibrahim Mustafa and Eisner Award-winning artist David Lapham in this thrilling tale of espionage. So I'm assuming that Lapham has some sort of sequence in issue 3.
Did you covers maybe or okay, sequence in issue 3. Okay.
I'm thinking sequence because it's only the first 2 issues that are out so far.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Matt and I talked about this on the recent episode of 22 Panels. I was terrified of John Le Carre being adapted because, well, I do think that comics are the perfect medium, and there's nothing you can put in prose that can't be in comics. And therefore, I knew there could be a great Le Carre adaptation. I also know that most people think spy espionage and think super high-paced action, and that is not what John Le Carre is.
I mean, for some, digging through documents is as high-paced action as you can get.
I mean, yes, but not generally what you see in.
Yeah. Watch James Bond actually try to put together a dossier.
So like I was much less worried because it was Matt Kint and Ibrahim Mustafa, but I was really worried about, okay, what level of editorial influence is going to say, like we need more action, we need more this, we need more that. And it's been outstanding.
We need a spy car. We need exploding pens.
And talking to Matt about it was because he's a huge fan, and he was like, he almost didn't want to do it.
Oh,
because he's that much of a fan.
Interesting.
So he's really, really happy that they've been able to do it the way they did it. Worth listening to, worth reading, and I will now shut up and pass it off to whoever.
That's
Phil.
okay.
Phil,
finally,
Phil, you're whoever. This is what happens when you leave for 2 weeks. You become whoever.
It's you've lost object permanence on who I am.
No name.
That's okay.
The Phil with no name.
The Phil with no. That's good. I like that.
It's Philip today, and you are Thaddeus. So.
Oh boy. We go. We forgot to keep that up.
Yeah, and if I had a cool
no. The Phil with no name.
The Phil with no name.
If I had a cool longer name instead of just Tyler, we would go with it. But it's not like people.
Well, you're like Tyler number 4.
Well,
I know.
Because there's Tyler Boss, there's Tyler Crooks, there's Tyler Jenkins, and then there's you.
My parents and siblings call me Ty, but outside of that, nobody does. Everybody calls me Tyler.
Okay, so I should just start calling you Cobb.
Or just Lur.
No, Cobb, Ty Cobb.
Ty
That's
Cobb,
your nickname now. Cobb.
Yep. Okay. Humana. Yeah.
Anyway, this is the last of our collections. We have Nectar, Volume 1 from Jeremy Robinson, Annapella Martello, and Francesco Francini, with covers by Chris Shahan. An island village off Salem, Massachusetts is inundated by a strange species of butterflies that spread the dancing plague and have a very particular taste in nectar. Human blood. New York Times bestselling author Jeremy Robinson and Italian phenom artists Anna Paolo Martello and Francesco Francini horrify readers with a quaint village's descent into madness. A final order cutoff of July 6th, in stores August 5th from Vault Comics.
All right. We are that Nectar story. Did you read the issues yet, Phil? It's so good.
I haven't. I heard you
I
say it was
have
good,
not.
and the covers have really caught me. So yeah,
I
that one
think
sounds very interesting.
issue 3 is about to drop soon, but it
Hmm.
is really good.
Nice.
Issue 1 is into second and third printings already.
Oh wow, that's a good
Uh,
sign.
yeah, but yeah, it's really good. All right, Tad, are you gonna do the final order cutoff or?
I can do the final order cutoff. I talk fast. We'll let
Yep.
you guys have the shorter list. Final order cutoff for Monday, May 11th. We have the Black Schooner Rebellion on the Amistad from David Lester, Marcus Rediker, and Paul Booley at Beacon. Out in on June 9th. Shisakobe, Volume 1 from Minotaro Mochizuki at Abrams out on June 24th. Concrete Stars Over Sand, number 1 from Paul Chadwick out from Dark Horse on June 17th. Dead Man number 1 from W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo out from DC June 3rd. Declaration Emancipation illustrated from Bob Sikoriak, R. Sikoriak, drawn and quarterly out June 10th. Gigs from Mark Mosdale, IDW, out on June 16th. Hellboy in Love, Obsidian number 1 from Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, and Alex Nieto, out from Dark Horse on June 17th. Jay and Silent Bob, Jays of Future Past, number 1 from Kevin Smith, Giuseppe Camunculi,
Jays of
and
Future
Marco
Past.
Cicchetto, out from Marvel on June 10th. Junk Punch number 1 from Paul Tobin, Carlos Javier Oliveras, and Colleen Coover, out from Mad Cave on June 3rd. Mary Sue, the collection from Megan Fitzmartin and Lisa Sturl, out from Boom on August 11th. Tankers collected from Robert Venditti and Juan Jose Rip, out from Bad Idea on June 10th, just in time for Tankers versus Ancient Aliens number 1 from
Wow.
Robert Venditti, Thomas Giorello, Trevor Hairsign at Bad Idea on June 10th. That Texas Blood number 21, the return of Joe Bob, from Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips, out from Image Comics on June 3rd. And as Tyler was just talking, X-Men Elsewhen Volume 1 from John Byrne, out from Abrams. And I forgot to set the date there, but we can go up. Oh, no, it was the Hellfire one. Out sometime.
Sometime it's coming out.
Out elsewhere.
I'll look that. I'll look that up while somebody runs through the.
All right. So
I'll
you do the crowdfunding. I'll do the
Okay.
humble bundles.
Sounds good. First up, there is the Forgotten Five from Alex Segura, Sarah Sentry, and Pat Kennedy and Dean Kotz, with New Pain Productions on Kickstarter through May 11th. Then Runaway to the Stars from Jay Eaton, with Iron Circus Comics on Kickstarter through May 14th. And then, of course, Stephen Frank's Complete Palomino, Dark Planet Comics on Kickstarter through May 15th, and The Forgotten Divine from Mark Russell and Russ Braun, with Ahoy on Kickstarter launching soon. But that sounds good enough that we gotta get as many eyes and ears on it as possible. So Humble Bundles.
Yeah.
We are also doing Stephen Frank's Palomino on the Pulp Blotter Book Club, so
Nice.
you can check out those episodes over the next 3 months. Elsewhen comes out on June 24th.
Yeah. All right. We have 4 days left, you guys, on the collected peanuts. $25 gets you 43 items. Your purchase goes towards the Canine Companions. And then this has been extended to May 6th. So like I said, it's the 3rd today. So 3 days left. Then the boys, the grand finale has again 3 days left. For $18, you get 13 items, and that goes toward the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund.
As you guys read The Boys, it's
Uh-huh.
pretty good. Pretty
Uh-huh.
good.
Pretty good.
Strange Romance from Image Comics. $18 gets you 59 items, including Falling in Love on the Pathway to Hell, Everlasting, Saga, Sex Criminals. I mean, all of the big hits of the last 15 years or more. This goes towards the book industry charitable foundation. This is going for May 7th, so you got another 4 days. This one is really cool though. Complete Terry Moore. $16 gets you 54 items. And that goes to the World Central Kitchen. And that we have a couple weeks left. That ends May 15th. That is it for Humble Bundles. Tad, what are your three amazing books this week?
Oh, it was actually kind of tough week for this,
Was
but
it?
but yeah.
But
Well, but both because I wound up reading so intermittently with so much stuff in between that I felt like I hadn't read three books until like I was going through. I'm like, oh, I've read a lot of these and they were all fucking good. So like my apologies to things like reincarnation stories and Is Ted Okay and Feral and Exorcism at Buckingham Palace. Wrestle Heist #5 was amazing. That sort of thing. But my top three uh are Warbird from Robert Venditti, Derek Kolstad, and Jesse Lonergan. Warbird #0. This is probably the only time ever that I have been disappointed to discover that Alex Maleev is the full-time artist on a book
Oh,
because Jesse Lonergan had the zero issue, and
yeah.
well, Jesse Lonergan.
Right?
Um,
and well,
Exploit.
that's all you got to say. Jesse Lonergan, okay?
Exploit #2 from Laura Hudson, Tim Leong, and Emiliana Pina at Mad Cave. I'm loving this story. It's like a near future cyber reporting story with evil billionaires, no privacy, that sort of thing. All too real, in other words. Um,
I was about to say we have privacy.
this is what I'm saying. Um, and then the free comic book day, the future is, which I
The
believe is
future
the
is
number
what?
0. I'm pulling it up right now because I neglected to put the artists down.
Sorry for the
There it
yawning,
is.
guys. I am sleepy.
You need to do more do,
Oh,
man.
it's the future is annual 2026
Oh,
from Fred Van Lente and Juan Gedeon with a Paul Pope cover. Was
nice.
standalone introductory one shot, so good. Um, I mean, everybody knows that I love this book to begin with, and will continue to uh, we got
Read it.
60 issues,
Yeah.
so like 40 some odd to go, and I will continue plugging it hard until it finally gets the love that it deserves, which isn't yet.
Um, you know, as far as the future is, I gave away so many of those free comics for that title yesterday. It was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, it's great.
Second up was Street Fighter. People loved
Okay.
that thing. Holy buckets.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Phil, gonna
Yeah,
walk with what did you
I
think
do.
of what did you think last week or the week before about the picks that I picked?
Uh, I mean I was like, oh, that makes sense that you'd have read more stuff than me. Let me take a look at them, you know, real quick, a little more last week's. I'm gonna
So I had a theme
take a peek
both
at it.
weeks.
Okay. Oh, let me see if I love a good theme, so let me see if I can narrow that down in our notes here. So let's see here. Okay. Halloween Boy, it's Jeff. Lucky Devils. I mean that seems like a little bit of a like monster theme. I don't know what Record Journey is, but Halloween Boy and Jeff and Lucky Devils all sound a little potentially Halloween monster themed. Or
Does
am I way
that
off?
sound? Is that sound? That doesn't sound right. Is that what I picked? How I don't even
Yeah, it says
remember.
Halloween Boy, Last of the Halloween Boys, It's Jeff, Brand New Week, Lucky Devils, and Record Journey.
All right, all right.
Oh
I
wait, no,
don't.
that's Final Order Cutoff. Never mind. Hold on. What am I
I'm
doing?
like,
What am I
I was
doing?
like listening to you. I'm like,
Nope.
well, okay, if you say so.
Okay. You've got Zatanna,
There you go.
Jubilee, Swamp Thing, and Final Boss. Interesting. Yeah, I mean it's funny because Zatanna and Jubilee I feel like go together, but then Swamp Thing and Final Boss. What was the theme there?
Okay, so it was since we're doing a walk with Phil and
Mm-hmm.
we're baseball themed,
Uh-huh.
these are heavy hitters.
Oh, nice.
These are
Nice. So does that mean if we give you a segment, do we want foul balls with Tyler?
that would sound like it needs to be something that quite kind of missed a little bit, right?
Yeah, right. I don't know. I
Not
don't know.
things that were not right on. It was a
Maybe.
little bit
I mean,
off.
I feel like you could put sex criminals and foul balls, but like it's actually good.
It's
You
actually
know,
good.
it's
Yeah.
actually good. No. I promise you guys.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I've just been the past 2 weeks I've been overwhelmed more days than not. You know, I am trying to start looking for a new job. My wife and I are moving in November. At least our lease is up in November, and we're most likely moving to a different city. Right now
Wow.
we're looking at Cincinnati. Uh, hoping that
Ohio.
yeah, that should be you know, we like it there the few times we've been and like the weird thing is of anytime we go anywhere, my wife always asks people, "How do you like living here? How do you like living here?" Like when we went to Denver. And in Denver it was weird, like every single person was like, I don't really like the city. I like outside the city, but it's a little more expensive." Cincinnati is the only place that we've had multiple people say, I love it here. You know, like ringing endorsements of this is great. Even someone who's like, I grew up like 3 blocks from here and have lived here my whole life. And even though I'm planning to move away, it's going to be real hard, you know? So I'm like, damn, okay. So people love Cincinnati. So, and the job market should be great for graphic design because that's what my wife does. So, you know,
Great.
and then yeah, and then just you know, I gotta say, Tad, I really loved your moment early talking about what kind of week has it been, pointing out that like everybody's small kindnesses slowly adds up, you know, and pointing out that like even if you don't
It's not,
think,
yeah, it's not even
yeah,
slowly. It's a
It does,
cumulative
bet. Yep.
effect.
yeah,
So Phil, I know you're stressed and I know you got a lot on your plate.
yeah,
Uh, so hang in there.
thank you.
It'll get
Just
better.
try, and yeah, right,
Just here's my best advice.
yeah.
Put a smile on your face.
Oh, you're telling me to smile through it.
It'll work.
Yeah, okay.
Fake it till you make it, brother.
There we go. Oh,
Also
uh-huh.
clonazepam helps me.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe a little bit of
Maybe a
some
little too much. Sorry.
clonazep clonazepam and marijuana,
There we go.
like
Oh, the
peanut butter and jelly.
talk about let the good times roll.
Uh,
But yeah. Uh,
okay.
Tad,
Sorry.
I'm glad to see you've picked up One Piece again.
Well, I
You
mean,
know.
this week was becalmed.
I see. But since I've been gone, you know,
He's
it's
moved
like
Yeah,
forward, right?
there we go.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I've moved a few volumes forward.
Yeah.
I thought that started before you
You
left,
did. It did.
but
Well,
maybe not.
it started one, and then I noticed that the number was higher than that. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you'd read more
Yeah.
still.
No,
Yeah.
I'd been doing about a volume a week until this week. So,
Oh,
but this week was rough week.
yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna grab my water. Be right back.
All right. So he's
Just as
got
we're getting to great responsibility, Tyler's
great
bailing out.
responsibility. Oh,
So,
we're diving
Phil, have
in.
you kept up on your Copra?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
good.
was a little bit of
Because
you
because
know,
we'd have to beat your ass if you came back
I
and
have
you
to
were
imagine
also behind on Copra.
you would give me a Copra style beatdown if I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've been off
I
for
mean,
2 weeks and I haven't done crap.
you would go from being the Phil with no name to
The paste with no name.
the yeah.
The the indiscernible smudge in the side of the wall.
The beard with no name.
There we go.
Me?
No, no, no. I was just telling because as we move on to great responsibility in Copra, I was
Mhm,
making
Yeah.
certain that Tyler or Phil was up to date. Because if he'd
mhm.
fallen behind just because he was on the show, we were gonna
Right?
demote him even further from the Phil
Sure.
with no name to the beard with no name.
There we go.
Oh, yep. And
Even my title doesn't have a name. You know, he's just going to be
yep.
the awkward pause.
The awkward pause. That should be your supervillain name. It's
Oh
the
yeah.
awkward pause.
Hey
Ah!
guys.
Hey guys.
There's just like a blank panel before I show up anywhere, you know.
Just like, hey
Oh,
guys.
this could
And then
bring a
it's just
bit.
like it's so low key, you're just like, hey
Yep.
guys.
Yep. Just kind of one of those creepy kind of villains that doesn't really fight, but if he could just be the mysterious person at the end of every issue, that's the sweet gig in comics world, you know. But no, I have kept up. My thoughts leading off at this point is like, how far the series has come from humble beginnings as like a weird revenge squad. It has somehow dialed up both the weirdness and the revenge in incredible ways. Um,
Well, because I mean, you don't put together a weird revenge squad without like, and this is one of the things that I like that it's exploring.
mhm,
This volume gets deep into some of the questionable type things that happen when like covert government agencies are decided
yeah.
to be used for various things as they, you know,
Hmm.
help regain the country of the Doctor Doom like character who was a member of Copra as well, only to have some of them go, "Oh, wait a minute, is he actually a good ruler? Were
Right.
these people better without him?
Oh,
What have we done?"
oh. Yeah, it's also got me thinking about like how the hell is this story going to end? Because it's just been such like a bonkers, uh, like I'm thinking about how between the weeks I missed, where volume three starts out with like Lloyd chasing down, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who killed his kid, and then it's like the end of volume four ends with them picking up that same chase, so
Right.
it's like so much of it is kind of moment to moment, just stringing together these acts of strangeness and violence, but it's also very clearly building to something, because
Right.
you know it's a veritable epic at this point. The way that it has like an overall focus of looking at, hey, there's no minor characters, there's no bit players, even the people who look like, hey, this is just a dude that looks like Craven, is gonna have
So,
some significance there.
Phil, did you read Astro City ever?
Yeah, yeah, I've read
So this gives
most but not all of Astro City.
okay, so what Astro City really excels on is exploring some of those characters that you think is
Hmm.
minor,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then all of a sudden you've got a whole run of just whatever, right? That
Yep.
whatever character. This hasn't done that yet, but I could see that kind of thing where it's like you said, there's no small characters, and
Yeah,
it feels large. I mean,
absolutely.
Astro City felt huge right from the
Oh yeah.
get-go. You know what I mean?
But and that was the thing that Astro City does well, is that it starts out with that big top up. Okay, you're literally following the Superman of this world,
Yep.
and then starts honing in, and you find all those different
Ground level.
pockets.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas this one definitely felt like, okay, you started at that ground level, and then you went up, and now it's kind of like a giant swirling.
Yeah.
It's like watching the fallout from a disaster, but played out like it's a really good point, because like I'm thinking of the original I was gonna say dichotomy, but like the dichotomy between character driven stories and world building type stories that you guys have talked about a lot.
Yeah.
And this really feels like almost an exact midpoint, because like every character is used to build out the world. you know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, going back to Astro City, I felt like
Hmm.
that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at like something that has a lot of characters like Spawn. It's kind of the
Hmm.
opposite. Spawn is the main character for
Yeah.
20 years, and then since then they've tried to branch out, but nobody cares because it's always been Spawn, Spawn,
Matthew
Spawn.
Rosenberg cares.
Yeah,
I've been digging the Jimmy Palmiotti's writing the Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn.
it's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
good. I like the medieval Spawn. That was it's not is it coming out now? Probably not, but it was good.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Did Liam Sharp do Medieval Spawn? Am I
I
misremembering
don't
that?
know if he's done any
Mm,
Spawn.
How can
I
we
don't
talk
know
about
either.
Spawn at a time like this?
I don't know. Okay, back to what we were talking about, Copra.
Right.
Okay, so what I liked about Volume 5, right, was we're bringing back members who were lost,
Hmm.
and bringing them all back, and they make their way back to Earth. Um, and then we have a conflict between Copra and their replacements, right? I mean, is it Team
Who's the
X?
real Copra?
Yeah, Team
Yeah.
X. Yeah, it was cool.
Hmm.
Every volume or every round, excuse
Oh,
me,
Hmm.
feels
no,
like
no, you're right. Spawn Dark Ages was Liam Sharp. Sorry, I had
Okay.
to, or at
Dark
least some
No,
Ages.
of
it
it was.
it was one of those things where I'm like, I thought I saw this. Was it a dream?
Yeah, no,
Not
no,
quite.
no.
No. Um,
But yeah.
However, every volume or round, as they
Hmm.
call it, feels okay. They feel independent as far
Hmm.
as like, oh, we're going this way now. But at the same time, it's definitely not independent.
Right.
But each round is very distinctive in the style and the way that they tell the story. Like, not
Yeah.
style so much, but more so like,
I think he's conscious of like both the individual issues because every individual issue feels like a packed unit of theme and character and story. And
there
then
you go, a packed unit. That's a good way of
yeah.
putting it for the rounds that I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, and well, and then it builds to then the whole round because I remember it's like I think it was volume three was following like each issue was just a focus on one character for a
Hmm.
bit, and so now that it's like, but it didn't keep up until if I could imagine other people being like, oh, halfway through volume four, it then stops doing that, but he didn't,
Hmm.
he
Hmm.
just ended it with volume three at that point. So like
Yep.
I think, and that's what makes me think that, okay, there's got to be some kind of master plan to this, in that, okay, it feels like it's too structured for him to not know where he's going. And if he indeed didn't know where he was going, then it's like a huge round of applause because that
Have
sounds
have have you
nerve-wracking.
finished this before?
I have
I've never
not,
read
no.
that. Okay.
No, I
So
only read
we're
this is the newest volume for me. I'd only read through volume
Yeah,
four
this
previously.
is yeah, I think I'd only gone through three previously. So yeah,
Hmm.
okay.
we're into new territory for me.
Hmm.
Okay, and I've never read any of it, so this is really fun.
Oh yeah.
Michael Fife, for those that don't know, understand,
Hmm.
don't know, he's got this
It's FIFA.
FIFA, really?
Okay.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
actually at the Copra FAQ right now, and it
Uh-huh.
starts with how do you pronounce it? Your last name too. Copra rhymes with Cobra.
Um,
Okay.
FIFA, FIFA.
Okay. Uh, I believe it's kind of it's all him, right?
yeah,
From
Yeah,
writing to the whole aesthetic of the whole book, right?
it's
it
a one-man
feels
show.
it feels loose, but it's not.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean by that?
yeah.
As far as the artwork,
It
as
it
far
it
it's
has
very
that like Kirby energy.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
very DIY aesthetic to it. Like you just
Hmm.
found it at a flea market and somebody's like, "Here, read my comic book."
Right.
But it's not. It's
Oh, it's so good too, because like the way he keeps using new techniques and like different panel breakdowns, and like different expressions of minimalism. Like it never feels stale at any moment. It's always like a fresh, new, exciting adventure every page.
Hmm.
It's seriously, it's like the art is oh, he I feel like his art is perfect for comics. And especially the way he's been doing it. And it's one of those things where like now that it's over, it makes me wonder what he's going to do next. And also thinking like, okay, what had he done before this? Like, you know, um, what what kind of work did he do? Because this doesn't feel like his first time. It's not his first rodeo. I'm sure he's done other books before Copra. Um, but it
Yeah,
makes me very interested.
it feels like as I look at the different artwork from the different things, it feels like you're reading some kind of zine where people all contributed to the
Yeah,
production of it, but it's all the same guy.
yeah.
Definitely has that vibe, especially on pages that are partially colored but partially
Hmm.
not, and they're super busy with action. You're just like, oh my
Oh yeah,
goodness, what is happening?
totally. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm really loving Copra, you guys. How far does this go? Like how
I
much
think it
left do we
I think
have?
it's
I
8.
think yeah,
Eight?
eight
Okay.
eight or nine. Let me check real quick because I just had it pulled up.
Because I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest, I haven't looked up anything beyond what we're reading
yeah,
for that week. So I'm like, oh, round five. Okay, here we go, you know.
right. Yeah, I think it is just eight. If this is indeed, it looks like the last one right here. But
Okay.
yeah, I did know it, and relatively recently ended. Um,
Okay.
so yeah.
Well, let's keep rolling along, guys. I would like to be done in about 20 minutes
Nah, not allowed.
to move on with my things
Just,
for the day.
just because you said that, I have
Yeah.
decided that we're gonna talk for about 50 or 60 more days.
You could do it.
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. You have the gift.
uh,
Uh
The
no,
gift from the gab.
Tad, what are three books you hope will be spectacular?
oh, you mean I have to go away from my
I'll read
Michael
them for you.
Fife website
Michael Fife, you're
uh,
looking up Michael.
rabbit hole that I was on and come back to our rundown?
Mhm.
I suppose I can do that. This is a weird week where like two of my three titles are really well-known books, but
True. I'm looking at them going, dude, Marvel and DC, what the hell? That's not you.
not just Marvel and DC, Daredevil and Batman.
Well, I mean, that's a heck of a double feature. They go
It
together
is.
like chocolate and
But
peanut butter.
but but yeah, dog tag number one from Mark Russell and PJ Holden is in my top spot. Daredevil number two from Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett is in my second spot. The first issue was really good. I want to see how it goes. Batman number nine from Matt Fraction and Ryan Sook is doing a fill-in issue.
That's gonna be a hell of an
Ryan
issue.
Sook does fantastic work.
Yeah.
Um, I so yeah, looking forward to that. I already know that Hank Howard, Pizza Detective, and If Destruction Be Our Lot are spectacular. We got some Die Loaded collected this week, and Violet Kitchen's Crawl Space,
Mm.
graphic novel, as well as Joanna Mosey's Physical Education, coming out this week. So, Phil, what's your oh,
Yeah.
I don't even need. I
No,
know
that's okay. Yeah.
this is so obvious
Yeah.
that it's not even funny.
It's an easy one.
So obvious
If
it's
you
not.
haven't,
And particularly, see,
yeah,
I have a problem though.
yeah.
Phil's all new giant size trade waiter / graphic novel pick.
Uh-huh.
Did you wait for the trade?
I couldn't. This is where I'm telling you that
So,
if
it
you,
was not a trade waiter book for you.
wah, wah, wah. Here's one. I
Phil,
will.
you see, this is why we have the Phil with no name. Not only do you bail on us for 2 weeks, you're constantly breaking the rules.
I mean, this is. I thought we had no rules.
Yeah.
This is the
God,
podcast with no
Phil,
rules.
God damn it, Phil. Have you learned nothing? There's so many rules.
I know.
Rule
This
number
is.
one is
This
the
is.
low man on the totem pole gets beat up on a regular basis verbally.
I'm a little brother. I'm
Wait.
used to this.
I always lately have thought of myself as the low man because of my unavailability, but
No, you're still the top man on the totem
I'm
pole.
sorry,
This
Phil.
never would have happened
It's
without
okay.
you.
I'm
You're
sorry, Phil.
like the
I thought it
angel
was
on
you.
top of the tree.
There
Oh
we
shit.
wow.
No.
Just a glowing baldness and flowing beard, a beard that turns into robes and an angelic baldness. But
If you
no, this
could,
is where I feel the need to call out the collection you're looking forward to that I haven't read that would be a great trade waiter pick is Galaxy of Madness Omnibus from Magdalene Visaggio, Michael Avon Oving, and Victor Santos over at Mad Cave. That sounds really awesome. But the one I put down was definitely Die Loaded Volume One. The book that I talk about every chance I get because it's more of if you haven't read this, if you have waited for the trade, then now is
If
the time.
you are a trade waiter, you turned it
Yes.
into if you are a trade waiter rather than
Well,
I am a trade waiter.
and
I
that
see
is
how it
because
is.
unfortunately, I know that it's the trade waiter pick, but I'm not much of a trade waiter unless it's from the library. So like, although at the same time, it's just
You are a lot of a trade waiter because like you get
yeah, there's some
three or
stuff that I
four
do.
books a month
Yeah, that's
and
true.
everything else you read in trade from the library.
I'm
That's
Yeah,
the
becoming
I
way.
just
definition of
it's
a trade
hard.
waiter.
It's just hard to see myself that way. I'm living
You
in
don't
eternal
even
conflict.
read half of the advanced PDFs that I send your direction.
I need to.
Phil, you're no,
Oh,
Phil, you and I are in the same boat. We don't have time to do all that. But
life is too crazy. I
but
wish I had a job where I could read on the job.
I'm becoming much more of a trade waiter,
Uh-huh.
and honestly, I'm enjoying it. It feels less
Yeah.
stressful.
I'm trying to slide more that way.
I mean,
Yeah,
here's the thing. It I I guess the reason why I struggle to fully identify as a trade waiter is because I don't ever want to fully give up on single issues. Like single
Right.
issues, I love them so much. I
correct. I
love
agree, man.
the
I
month to month
yes.
pace. Having even if it's like a tiny stack of two or three little pieces of story to read at a time, it's so nice. It's so nice. So that's why I struggle with it. But yeah.
For me, I don't enjoy reading digitally very often.
Hmm.
So if I could just grab a trade, because I don't really care about the condition of a trade,
Hmm.
so I will throw it in my bag or backpack to go
Hmm.
read. Whereas my issues, I've got them in bags and boards, and I got to put them in a box, and then it can go in my backpack, and then, you
You
know,
put a whole long box or short box in your backpack? That's kind of
No, no,
funny.
no,
no, no.
no, no,
They're
no,
like
no.
carrier boxes.
It's a carrier box. Yeah,
Oh,
like Tad's
okay.
probably got one. Yes, one of
I
those.
see. Okay. That's
Yep,
pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
yep.
I have them in magazine size too because of all
Wow.
The bigger ones.
the
Especially lately,
stuff like this.
right? Oh ho. I
Uh,
remember I should read that at some point because I read The Humans back in the day.
Yeah.
Tad held up a copy of The Jungle,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jungle.
continuation of The Humans.
But yeah, so trades have been
Hmm.
easier for me to get reading done because
Yeah.
I bring it more places.
I mean, this is why I do so much more digital too,
Hmm.
Yeah,
because then I just have to carry my tablet places.
yeah. All right, guys, this has been fun, but I'm gonna go eat something.
Sounds like a plan.
And yeah, we'll catch you guys after the next page. See ya.